Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the March 1st Town Board meeting. Before we get started, can we have everybody stand for the pledge? The pledge is going to be led by our new chief, Danny Valeri, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Outstanding. Okay, before we get started tonight, I'm going to introduce the board and members with us here today. To my immediate right, we got our town clerk, Kelly Allegra, Councilman Steve Moreau, Councilwoman Sylvia Santiago, and Councilwoman Eve Lincoln. Over at the table over there, we have our Highway Superintendent Anthony Feo, our new Police Chief Danny Valeri, Town Attorney Dave Zagon, and in the audience, we have our Receiver of Taxes Susan Chapman and a few other residents. The first item on the agenda is a public hearing. It's the 2020 Community Development Block Grant, CDBG CV, Coronavirus Aid, Relief and Economic Security Act CARES funding. This is the second public hearing which is being held as required to update the public on the status of the Town of New Windsor's current project, commonly known as the New Windsor Senior Moresco Center Improvement Project. With us tonight here, we have Quinn Malarkey from MHE Engineering. She's going to provide us with some updates regarding the status of the construction, the amount of funds expended to date, and answer any questions the public may have. Quinn, you're up.
All right, so as you may know, the town receives a CDBG to serious improvement to the center, mostly to make it visible for population who uses that building. So some of the improvements they're making are touchless fixtures, plumbing fixtures, touchless front door. They've got increased ventilation. So town went out to bid. Low bidder for that was Iron Sword Enterprises. They've been out there completing the construction. They started end of January. They're expected to be done by the end of this month. So so far so good. There have been a few delays. There's just long lead times with all equipment nowadays. So but for the most part, they're on schedule. So should be hopefully wrapping that up soon.
Good. Thank you. I stepped down there today. It's moving along nice.
It's looking good.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
About 90,000 of the funds, $90,000 have been expended to date. So total contract price is $450,000.
More expensive stuff's coming.
Yep.
All right. Gonna see if the public has anything. You also hear Daniel, anybody on to talk or no? Okay. Good. Thank you. The chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of New Windsor, close the public hearing in the matter of 2020 Community Development Block Grant, CDBG CV, Corona Aid Relief and Economic Security Act CARES funding. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Bendetti?
Yes. The second item on the agenda here is another public hearing. It's the repeal and rescind the local law number 2000 of the Town Code of the Town of New Windsor entitled Peddling and Soliciting in its entirety, including any and all amendments thereto, if any, enact a new local law to regulate peddling and soliciting, canvassing, and temporary or transient merchandising in the Town of New Windsor. We'll give that a couple minutes there, see if anybody on or anybody in the audience? Nothing there, Daniel, nothing there? All right, the chair will entertain a motion, the Town Board of Town of New Windsor close the public hearing in the matter of repealing and rescinding local law number 2000, the Town Code, Town of New Windsor entitled Peddling and Soliciting in its entirety, including any and all amendments thereto, if any, and to enact a new local law to regulate peddling and soliciting, canvassing, and temporary or transient merchandising in the Town of New Windsor. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Bendetti?
Yes. The next item on the agenda here is us to approve it. The chair will entertain a motion of the town board of town of New Windsor pursuant to section 10 and 11 of municipal home rule law, adopting the attached local law amendment chapter 263 of the town code of the town of New Windsor to repeal and rescind local law number 2, 2000 of the town code of the town of New Windsor entitled peddling and soliciting in its entirety, including any and all amendments thereto, if any, and to enact a new local law to regulate peddling, soliciting, canvassing, and temporary or transient merchandising in the town of New Windsor, and to direct the town clerk to public pursuant to law. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Vidavi?
So yeah, I want to just, yes, I want to thank Dave for all his work on this. I know we've had over the years, had a number of amendments to this, and we've been kicking this around for a little bit, so it's all completed now, and thanks, Dave, for your work on that. The next part is the public comment on any agenda items. Anybody wants to speak on anything? Yeah, sir, can you unmute yourself or?
Yes,
Okay, you want to just state your name and your address for the record, please?
certainly. My name is Howard Crowder. I'm an attorney with the firm of J&G Law. I'm here on behalf of the Curious Joel community to thank you for considering the agenda item you have on this night's meeting agenda to consider coming to the village's aid with a short-term supply of additional water to meet the demands of needs residing in the community, specifically during the upcoming Passover holiday. Neighbors should help neighbors. The Village of Curious Joel has not shied away from assisting New Windsor in ways that are available to it and will continue to do so. And we appreciate and look forward to your positive action on this matter this evening. This is an important first step towards an intermunicipal agreement that will be of great use to the village of KJ and hopefully will further our relationships. Thank you.
Thanks, Howard. Nothing else? Okay, move along here. The chair will entertain a motion, town board of town of New Windsor approve the minutes of the public hearing to amend zoning map and incorporate it into chapter 300 of the town code of town of New Windsor zoning to rezone SBL 35-1-102 from split zone highway commercial and multifamily residential HCR5 to entirely highway commercial HC, and approve the minutes of the town board meeting held on February 1st, 2023, as per the copies posted on the town clerk's bulletin board in the town hall, as same distributed to each of the town board members. Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Vidavi?
Yes, this had to do with the property just south of the entrance to Washington Green that U-Haul is taking over there. Next on the agenda is the chair will entertain a motion, town board, town of New Windsor award a bid for a 12.35 cubic yard dump body with wing and trip edge plow to Amplars Welding in the amount of $168,902, as recommended by the town highway superintendent and MHE Engineering DPC, per its attached correspondence dated 23rd of February 2023. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Vidavi?
Yes. This is another truck we ordered. I think we just got one in, right, Anthony, from over a year ago, so.
Yeah, about a year.
All right. Upgrade that fleet. Chair will entertain a motion, town board, town of New Windsor hereby determine that entering into an agreement with the Village of Curious Joel for a temporary intern supply of water as unlisted action pursuant to State Environmental Quality Review Act, SEQR, authorize the supervisor to execute parts 1 and 3 of the short environmental assessment form, SEAF, and determine said action will not have any adverse environmental impacts, and thereby declare a negative declaration for the same in accordance with the resolution hereto. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Vidavi?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, whereas the town of New Windsor sewer pump station number 2 is located at the intersection of River Road and Walsh Road and serves a large portion of the user's sewer district number 9 located in the northern portion of the town. And whereas the building and associated components of sewer pump station number 2 were constructed in and around 1977, And although routine maintenance of the facility has been performed throughout the years, the infrastructure has far exceeded its 30-year life expectancy. And whereas the town board of Town of New Windsor has determined rehabilitate sewer pump number 2, such rehabilitation shall include replacement of mechanical equipment, pumping units, piping, electrical controls, standby generator, and general building rehabilitation. And whereas such action is subject to number 6 of the NYCRR Part 617 State Environmental Quality Review Act, SEEKR, and whereas pursuant to Section 617.5 of the NYCRR, replacement, rehabilitation, or reconstruction of a structure or facility in kind on the same site, including upgrading building to meet building energy or fire codes, is considered a type 2 action required no further review. Now, therefore, it be resolved, the Town Board, Town of New Windsor, hereby determine the rehabilitation of sewer pump station number 2 in kind and the same site to be a type 2 action pursuant to secret and therefore requires no further review. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln,
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Baddetti.
Yes, this is the pump station at the corner of Walsh and River here. Our sewer operators came out, have been band-aiding this for a few years now, so we're gonna look to upgrade this and serve sewer District 9 there, so it's many of upgrades we've been doing. The chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of New Windsor, adopt an order calling public hearing to be held on April 5th, 2023 at 555 Union Avenue, New Windsor, New York at 7 o'clock to consider an increase in improvement of facilities of sewer District number 9 for the rehabilitation of sewer pump station number 2 in accordance with the order attached here to. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln,
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Baddetti.
Yes, this is for the bond authorization for this project. It's going to be about $2 million. Receive and file, hearing no objection, the Town Board of Town of New Windsor, receive and file with the town clerk the attached agreement between the Town of New Windsor and MHE Engineering DPC dated February 2nd, 2023 for professional service related to the design, bidding, and construction phase of sewer pump station number 2 rehabilitation project. This is our engineer's fees for that. Chair, I'll entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of New Windsor, approve and appoint the Police Chief Daniel J. Valeri as Civil Defense Director for the year of 2023. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln,
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Baddetti.
Yes, this always takes place in the month of January, but due to our chief retiring and we got a new chief, we had to appoint a new chief to Civil Defense Director. Dan, good luck in that new role. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of New Windsor hereby authorizes the town supervisor to execute an annex memorandum of agreement between the Town of New Windsor and Lieutenant Matthew C. Monahan, clarifying the salary of lieutenant as appears in the Superior Officers Collective Bargaining Agreement. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln,
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Baddetti.
Yes, this is, so we promoted a sergeant to lieutenant. They have a superior officers union. And we just had to align him back up with what his pay is and everything. And their contract expires at the end of this year. So we'll make some other adjustments to make this better in the future. Chair will entertain a motion, hearing no objection and pursuant to the resolution annexed here too. The Town Board of Town of New Windsor hereby authorizes the supervisor to enter and execute the attached 2023 complete DOT program agreement between the Town of New Windsor and Partners in Safety for the administration of drug and alcohol testing of the town employees for the 2023 calendar year. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln,
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Baddetti.
Yes, we do these testings like 2 or 3 times a year. We do normally do this in January, but our personnel director was back and forth with haggling over some prices and finally got it hashed out. The chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of New Windsor hereby authorize and approve the provisional appointment of Christina Del Vecchio as a full-time real property data collector. Said appointment shall be provisional pending Christina Del Vecchio's successful passing as one of the top 3 candidates the required civil service examination. Said provisional employment shall commence effective March 4th, 2023. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln,
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Baddetti.
Yes, this is the assessor's office. They have a data collector now and a clerk, so they just elevated that one to a data collector. Hearing no objection, Town Board of Town of New Windsor hereby authorized to approve the hiring of Alex Cronage as the full-time laborer. Said employment shall commence effective March 4th, 2023. Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Badetti?
Yes, this is just replacing a recent guy that just left. Chair will entertain a motion that Town Board of Town of New Windsor hereby call a public hearing to consider a proposed local law to amend Articles 8 and 16 of Chapter 300 of the Town Code of Town of New Windsor zoning to define and regulate commercial variable message displays, aka digital signs. Said public hearing to be held May 3rd, 2023, Town of New Windsor, Town Hall, 555 Union Avenue, New Windsor, New York, at 7 p.m. in accordance with the resolution attached here too. And due notice of the same is directed to be given to publication by posting. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Badetti?
Yes. So this is one of the things that I've been trying to go after for us to get a digital sign here in the town hall. I know the supervisor and some of the board members had some concern. We don't have a digital sign code at all now. Any of the digital signs you see in town are, most of them are approved by zoning variances. So now we're gonna write it into the law to get the digital sign code. We have to, reason it's 2 months off is because the county has to get it for 30 days and then the planning board 45 days later, so it makes it 2 months away. So that's why we're doing that. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of New Windsor hereby call a public hearing to be held April 5th, 2023, 555 Union Avenue, New Windsor, New York, 7 o'clock to invite public comment, project proposals which can be submitted to the Orange County Community Development Program FY for year 2024. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Badetti?
Yes, this is the development block grant. This is a yearly thing here. We allow the public come in. If anybody has any ideas or something that they want, we'll hear it. I know we were looking at perhaps some drainage projects or something, and we may try to get some money for this. I know we've tried it in the past, and we'll give it another shot here. The Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of New Windsor hereby call for the public hearing to be held April 5th, 2023, 555 Union Avenue, New Windsor, New York, at 7 o'clock p.m. to invite comments and participate on the proposed American with Disabilities Act self-evaluation report for 2023. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Badetti?
Yes. This is a thing when we started to do redo the senior centers from Rasco Center, we actually had a ADA rep come from Independent Living, and we did all the town buildings and everything to check, and they give us some suggestions for some things to upgrade for ADA entrance accesses and anything. So we did all the buildings. We have a self-evaluation report, and we just this is something that was from 1993 that we've updated. So thanks. I believe the buildings and grounds guy Keith Bedetti went around with Independent Living there and did the list. So thank him. Chair will entertain a motion. Town Board 10 New Windsor authorize the retention of the accounting firm Nugent Hauser and PC 101 Bracken Road, Montgomery, New York, to apply agreed upon procedures as they relate to the Town of New Windsor Justice Court, Town of New Windsor, for year end December 31st, 2022, and authorize compensation in accordance with the February 16th, 2023 retainer letter submitted by said accounting firm attached here to. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Badetti?
Yes, this is, they do a review of our court. It's simply a suggestion type review. They go over their, funds and receipts and all that stuff. So they come back with a report every year, which is helpful for them. Chair will entertain a motion, whereas the County of Orange has funds to be distributed to local law enforcement agencies for the purpose of conducting enforcement activities related to stop DWI programs for the term March 12, 2023 through January 1st, 2024. And whereas the Town of New Windsor does wish to participate in said program, now therefore it be resolved that the Town Board, Town of New Windsor, approve the receipt of said funds on behalf of the Town of New Windsor Police Department from the Orange County and authorizes the police chief or his designee to execute any necessary contracts and documentations with regards to the available funds. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Badetti?
Yes, this is a yearly thing we do. I know in the agreement, their first quarters, we're going to get about $4,600 for their program. That's based on the productivity from the year before, so that's how they give us the funds. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of New Windsor hereby appoint Michael J. Price, 205 Butter Hill Drive, New Windsor, New York, 12553, of the Town of New Windsor Planning Board to fill an unexpired term of David Sherman, who resigned December 16, 2022. Michael J. Price, term shall commence immediately and expire on December 31st, 2023. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Badetta?
So there are 5 members on this board. We're just filling the 5th spot. And I see Mr. Price here in our, yes, my bad, sorry. I see Mr. Price here in the audience. Thank you very much for your application and good luck on that. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of New Windsor pursuant to Town Code Section 383.1C1, hereby appoint Michael A. Marchman Jr., 15 Deborah Lane, New Windsor, New York, 12553, as an alternate to the Town of New Windsor Planning Board. Term shall commence immediately and expire on February 29, 2024. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call. I'm sorry, just looking at my notes.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Badetta?
Yes, this is a year from today, so he'll expire in end of February 2024. Chair, I'll entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of New Windsor hereby authorize supervisor to execute the attached letter between the Town of New Windsor and the Town Board for sharing at no cost the Town of New Windsor's portable generators on a temporary as-needed basis. Said agreement is effective until December 31st, 2023. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Badetta?
Touch on that in a minute. The chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of New Windsor hereby authorize, yes. Gotta keep nudging me here. Sorry. The chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of New Windsor authorize the supervisor to execute the attached letter agreement between Town of New Windsor and Town of Newburgh for the sharing at no cost of Town of Newburgh's valve exercising equipment and operator on a temporary as-need basis. Said agreement is effective until December 24, 2023. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Badetta?
Yes. Remembered. So both of those, the one before and this one after, we do this every year. We have generators the town doesn't have, so we loan them. And they have actual valve exercising equipment we don't have, and they loan it to us as we need it. It's not often that happens, but. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of New Windsor authorize the reduction of the performance bond for public improvements in the Meadowbrook Major Subdivision Phase 1 Planning Board application number 1-42 from $274,351.04 to $266,200 as recommended by MHE Engineering DPC by correspondence dated 22nd February 2023, attached here to. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Badetta?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of New Windsor authorize the reduction of the performance bond of public improvements in the Meadowbrook Major Subdivision Phase 2 Planning Board number 01-42 from $639,477.03 to $511,608 as recommended by MHE Engineering DPC by correspondence dated 22nd February 2023, attached here to. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Badetta?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of New Windsor authorize the reduction of the performance bond for public improvements in the Meadowbrook Major Subdivision Phase 3 Planning Board number 01-42 from $1,311,418.62 to $367,572.60 as recommended by MHE Engineering DPC by correspondence dated 22nd February 2023 and attached here to. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Badetta?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of New Windsor authorize the establishment of the performance bond for the public improvements in the Meadowbrook Major Subdivision Phase 4 Planning Board number 01-42 in the amount of $2,630,162 plus an initial non-refundable inspection escrow of $105,206.48 pursuant to Section A5J of the Standard Schedule of Fees, representing 4% of the public improvements bond amount as recommended by MHE Engineering, DPC, by correspondence dated 24th of February, 2023. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Deputy Supervisor Radecki?
Yes, these last four had to do with the Meadowbrook Estate subdivision. It's a 90-home subdivision. They're going to be in their last phase of it. So this is just stuff the attorney's office has to deal with. And next, to receive and file, hearing no objection, to Town Board, Town of New Windsor, receive and file with the town clerk the attached assignment of developers agreement dated January 26, 2022 from DP Stonegate LLC to Watchtower Bible and Tract Society of New York Incorporated, which was recorded in Orange County Clerk's Office on the 9th day of June, 2022 in Library 15250 at page 1110. This is receive and file, hearing no objection, Town Board and Town of New Windsor. Receive and file an agreement between the Town of New Windsor and the Town of New Windsor Volunteer Ambulance Corps dated February 1st, 2023 to provide ambulance service, including both BLS and ALS services to the Town of New Windsor for a 3-year term from January 1st, 2023 to December 31st, 2025. This is a 3-year agreement we did last month for our ambulance corps. As most of you know, that we have probably the best one in the state, certainly the one in Orange County. So they do a great job for us. So we appreciate everything they do. Another receive and file, hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of New Windsor, receive and file master services subcontract agreement between the Town of New Windsor and Quality Environmental Solutions and Technologies Incorporated, Quest, effective January 27, 2023 for the provisions of environmental consulting services for a 1-year term from January 27, 2023 through and including January 26, 2024. We did this last month too for just a blanket testing company when we do things such projects like roofs and stuff like that. Another receive and file, hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of New Windsor, receive and file with the town clerk the attached decision and order in a matter of Lorna B. Medina Resto versus the Town of New Windsor. Receive and file, hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of New Windsor, receive and file with the town clerk's attached notice of claim in the matter of Santiago Cornier versus Town of New Windsor. This was a December 22, a fellow got hurt on hitting a pothole on a state road. So we just got to go through the motions with that. Other receive and file, hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of New Windsor, receive and file with the town clerk a continuation certificate for permit bond number B158063 submitted by Spagnoli Excavating and Sons, Incorporated, P.O. Box 4288, New Windsor, New York 12553, an amount of $20,000 effective December 5th, 2022 and expiring December 5th, 2023. For the purpose of permit bond is to secure a permit for the Town of New Windsor's street opening within the town, same being referred to the town attorney and the town highway superintendent. And this one here is receive and file, hearing no objection, to Town Board, Town of New Windsor, receive and file continuation certificate for permit bond S433014 submitted by Ninian County Excavating in the amount of $20,000 effective for the period of October 9, 2022 to October 9, 2023 for the purpose of bond and secure permit for the Town of New Windsor to perform street opening within the town, same being referred to the town attorney and the highway superintendent. Both of these contractors do a lot of work for us, and so they put a bond up. So when they do road opening permits, they just draw from that. Receive and file, hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of New Windsor shall receive and file the town clerk the attached monthly reports for the following departments: Judge Calderon, February 23, Judge Myers, February 23, Police Department, February 23, Building Department, February 23, Recreation Department, February 23, Tax Receivers Monthly Tax Statement, February 23, Tax Receiver Utility Report, February 23, Town Clerk, February 23, New Windsor Emergency Medical Services, January of 23, New Windsor Emergency Medical Service of February 23. Last public forum. Anybody on there? Nothing. I just want to note something. If anybody saw the news today, a Buffalo fireman lost his life in a fire. It's a tragedy for him. He's a 37-year-old guy. So if anybody, just keep him in your thoughts and prayers, and his family and his fire department and that brotherhood there. Hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of New Windsor adjourn the town board meeting at 7:29. Motion,
Second.
roll call.
Councilman Rowe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yeah.
Deputy Supervisor Radecki?
Yes. Thank you, everyone.